You're not sleeping either, are you?
Did I wake you up, honey?
Baby, I don't see how I can help it. Every time I rolled over, you were gone. I think you hiked more than you slept last night.
I'm sorry, Larry.
Look, baby, don't apologize to me. I just can't see how you can keep this up. You've got to sleep. You got to get something to eat.
I just wish this were over, honey. I hate this. I just hate this.
All right, baby, look, I hate it too. All right? Now, look, I've got to go to work. I've got to be down at the station. You about ready to go?
Yeah, honey. I just got to get my sweater. I really should do these dishes first.
Oh, honey, look, I don't have time for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish you didn't have to escort me everywhere.
Baby, look, I want you to be safe. If that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. You said you wanted to go to the market today, right?
Yeah.
All right, now, I'm going to drop you off, and then you can make it back home. But I want you to promise me that you check these halls out before you come in.
Oh, I promise you, honey.
All right.
I think I got to try to take a nap before I go to the shop this afternoon.
There you go. That's a good idea. Now, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah, honey.
Sweater.
You've reached 555-7761. No one can come to the phone right now, but if you'd like us to call you back, just leave your name and number at the sound of the beep.
Someone waiting to see me?
No, I just came to offer my congratulations.
Thanks. I can't believe we got it done in time. Nothing short of a miracle.
Not at all. I think you can take a lot of the credit for it. You were extremely organized, and you wouldn't accept anything but a completed job in the time left to us.
Well, I didn't have much of a choice.
That's just the point. You handle yourself very capably under pressure. Mr. Black is going to be very impressed. Or I should say, is impressed.
You've heard from Mr. Black?
Not directly. But I know he's impressed. Now, are you busy at the moment?
Well, lately I'm always busy. Why? What is it?
I got a call from Mr. Eldon. He's heard from Mr. Black. The plane had to undergo extensive repairs, and they're still in Hawaii.
Well, then he won't be arriving today either?
I have no information on that. But Mr. Eldon wants to see us both at the penthouse. Perhaps he can fill us in.
Well, when does he want to see us?
How about now?
Fine with me.
Another world.
I'm getting spoiled.
What do you mean?
Well, you coming over here in the morning, making breakfast all the time, I start expecting things.
I don't mind.
Oh, you don't, huh? Well, you would mind. No woman likes to be taken for granted.
Since when do you know so much about women, JP?
Since you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm very sensitive, you know.
Yeah, I know you are. I know all your sensitive
Don't,
spots.
don't be crazy. Don't, stop. Stop, no, don't.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Have some juice?
You're not up to any of your tricks now, are you?
Don't be silly. I promise you I won't ever take you ever again. Until your mouth is full.
Don't! I'm gonna make this place a mess.
You make me nervous? That's one thing I'm gonna train out of you. You're such a slob.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't you like it this way?
Oh, I don't like it.
You do?
Good morning, children.
Oh, hi, Pop.
A little fun here.
Sandy?
Did we wake you up?
No, it's okay. I didn't get in till late. Listen, you guys doing coffee?
Sure. It's almost ready.
No, I'll get it.
No, I'll get it. It's the least I can do for waking you up.
So how's work doing? Your first day on the job.
Strange.
Strange.
Yeah. You know, it's don't go here, don't ask any questions, don't touch that. I don't know what's going on down there, but that Black Hawk group is kind of a strange outfit.
Yeah, it sounds strange.
It is, man. Something's going on down there. I expect to find out what it is.
Well, what do you mean you're to find out? What are you doing working for Blackhawk? I thought you worked for the Ledger.
Well, I am. Actually, I'm working for both right now, thanks.
He's on assignment for Philip Lyons.
Yeah, see, Philip thinks something's going on with this Black Hawk group. So I'm nosing around for him. That's why I got a job down there.
I don't understand. Down where?
Oh, at the dockside. And that also means working at the penthouse in the heliport at Addison Street.
Sandy, what are you doing?
Well, for starters, Edward Black is the name of the guy that operates this Black Hawk project, right? Well, there's no information on this guy. So Philip wants me to find out what I can, find out if he's in town, and try and get a picture if I can, see?
Well, that sounds simple.
Yeah, I know it sounds easy enough, but nobody knows what this guy looks like. I mean, there have been people who've worked with this guy for years, and they've never seen him. See, I may have already run across a guy and I wouldn't even have known it.
Yeah, I bet you'd recognize him.
How's that?
Well, a guy like that has bodyguards around him in limos and fancy clothes. You know, the whole...
Right, sure. He's probably wearing a little badge right here with his name on his picture, right?
Yeah, see, you would like it. You'd like it that easy, wouldn't you? Not so, buddy.
Yeah, right. So you guys going to come to the party?
Sure, it's going to be a big night for Mac and
Yeah.
Hans.
You going, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who you taking?
I'm taking Cecile, Joey.
Cecile?
Yeah.
Is Jamie going to be there?
Hey, hon, it's me. I just wanted to make sure you're all right. Why don't you give me a call back at the station? I know you're listening. Why don't you talk to me? I want to hear your voice. Detective Ewing.
Larry?
Yeah, baby, you
Honey,
okay?
we got another phone call on the machine. And this
Okay.
time he talked, honey.
All right, honey, look, just listen to me,
Honey,
all
he
right?
said that...
Listen to me, baby, okay? Look, I want you to go over to Mrs. Reynolds right now. And you wait for us here. We're on our way. Jerry and I are coming.
Hurry, honey. Would you please hurry?
Okay, I want you to promise me that you go over to Mrs. Reynolds now, okay?
Yes, okay, I promise.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
be here as fast as we can.
Okay.
Can I get you some coffee?
No, thanks.
How about some eggs? I made a lot. I mean, if you're going to be on your feet all day, you're going to need protein, you know what I mean?
Trust me to know what's good for me, at least in the area of food, all right?
You don't have to be sarcastic about it.
I didn't know I was.
You haven't been anything else for the last few days. Look, I made a mistake. You going to hold against me for the rest of my life?
You call that a mistake? I call it a serious breach of trust.
All right, you call it anything you want to call it. I was wrong. Can't you forgive me?
Rick, you're just going to have to give me some time.
I'm doing that. It's just getting a little cold out here.
Well, how do you think I feel? My own mother doesn't even trust me.
That's not true.
Oh, how can you take her side after what she did? Rick, she came running to you about where she thought Jamie had gone. I think you'd be furious with her.
I was for a while, but she's never done anything like that before. And she didn't want me to hear something like that from somebody else.
Fine. Have it any way you want it.
Well, I wish I could. And the first thing I would have is you not mad at me.
I'll try, but you're just going to have to give me some time.
Okay. All right, better get going. Listen, what do you want me to do about Mac and Alice's party? You want me to cancel that?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I'll do whatever you want to do.
Maybe we should show up.
I have to get a tux then.
You don't have one?
You know, there's a lot of things you don't know about me, I guess.
I guess not. Look, I don't even have a long dress I could wear. Maybe we should just cancel.
What? No, wait a minute. Look, I've got an idea. Kit's got all sorts of things like that. I'm sure she'd lend you something. Why don't you give her a call?
Yeah, okay. I might do that.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
All right. I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Wayne, you have done a wonderful job here.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. But I really can't take the credit. I mean, Mr. Black had everything perfectly planned out. Left me very little room for guesswork.
I'm happy to see you arrange for the rose.
Now, Quinn, you did say a fresh white rose every day, didn't you?
That's right, I did.
Good. I gave a standing order to the florist, so that's what he's going to get every single day.
I'm really impressed with your efficiency, Blaine. This place is something else.
Isn't it? I mean, I have seen this thing from start till now, and I tell you, I'm totally impressed. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And I must admit, I did work till the wee small hours of the morning on all these things here.
You look a little tired.
I'm pretty exhausted, actually. Do you mind if I take a few hours off? I could use a change of clothes, a little sleep. I have a few errands to run.
Hey, sure, nobody expects you to work around the clock. At least not now that the place is shaped up. Take as much time as you want. I don't think there's much to do around here anyway. It looks pretty complete to me.
Yeah, it is. Denny, I've been thinking, I don't want this job to end. Do you think there's a possibility I could stay on at Black Hawk?
I think there's a very good possibility. Your work speaks for itself.
Thank you. I would love it. I really would.
Well, let me see what I can do, but I think you should go home and get to bed, young lady.
I'd love it. I'd love that more. Is Mr. Black coming in today?
That was the plan. We just don't know when.
Well, what's holding him up anyway?
I think the plane repairs are more serious than they at first thought.
I hope he hurries up. I really don't think I can wait much longer to meet that guy. See ya.
Ciao. She really did do an amazing job, didn't she?
She certainly did.
And all the credit belongs to you.
Me? How do you mean?
You hired her. Being able to recognize talent is a very important quality to have.
Okay, baby. Baby, I'm sorry that happened.
know.
We're here. Nothing's
I
going to
know,
happen
honey.
to you.
I know, it's just...
Can you play that one back one more time?
Yeah.
Do you recognize the voice?
No, that's not what I wanted to hear. If there's a siren in the background, it sounds like an ambulance. We play it back again.
Yeah, sure.
No, there's another sound that's back there. Besides that siren, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know. It sounds familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. I know I've heard it, though.
Yeah, me too, but I don't know what it is.
Baby, now how long were you gone today?
It wasn't very long. You dropped me off at the corner. I got some things at the grocer's. Why?
Okay, I called you about 9:15, and you called me at the station about 20 till 10. So this call came in sometime between 9:15 and 9:40. That's going to help.
Well, how's it going to help, honey?
You thinking maybe we can trace the location of that ambulance?
Yeah, right. We'll see what ambulances were out, and we're going to see what routes they were on.
Well, what about the voice? Is that going to help?
We'll take the tape down to the department and see if they can't run a voice ID on it.
Honey, do you think you're going to be able to catch this guy and stop his calling?
Yeah, baby, we finally got something concrete. We're going to catch that creep, I promise you.
Marianne,
So this is where you're hiding out.
I'm not hiding. I left a file here.
You left a lot more than that here the other day. I'd like to talk to you.
I'm sorry, Marianne. I just don't have the time.
Why? Is Sandy here today, too?
What can I do for you, Marianne?
I think you've done quite enough already, don't
Look,
you?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't have the time for this idle chatter.
Well, you know it's not idle chatter, but if I have to, I'll refresh your memory. You see, when I came back from Detroit, I was faced with a very upset husband who'd been given a calendar by my mother. And do you know what was in that calendar and whose it was?
Of course I know. Pat showed it to Sandy, and Sandy told me about it. And I must say, Marianne, I was very shocked.
Oh, I'll just bet you were. What a shock it must have been to have heard that Jamie's calendar had a notation in it about where I was going and what time I was leaving, what hotel I was staying at, and what flight I was leaving on. You must have nearly fainted.
As I said, very shocked.
Of course. But did you also know that Jamie went to Rick and told him he had no idea how that information got into his calendar?
Oh, don't be so naive, Marianne. What else could he say?
And did you know that when I asked Liz about where she found the calendar, she said a very curious thing. She told me that she didn't find that calendar until nearly a week after Jamie had cleared everything out of Mac's office. And it was the calendar that he usually left at home, not the one he used at work. Now, doesn't that strike you as strange?
What are you trying, in your subtle little way, to suggest?
Well, just that I don't believe that Jamie put that information in his calendar. Someone else did it, in some perverted attempt to make it look as if Jamie and I had run off together.
Who would do such a horrible thing?
That is a very good question, Cecile, and one that I've been asking myself. Do you know what I came up with?
Tell me, I'm dying to hear.
I'll bet. Cecile, looking back, there is only one person that's capable of doing something like that. And I want to know why you did it.
Now, Joey, we called you down here today because we need to know what ambulances were out between 9:15 and 9:40.
Why do you need to know that?
Teresa's been getting these weird phone calls.
What do you mean, what? You mean obscene calls?
Well, no, I mean, up until today, he's just kind of breathed heavily into the phone. But today he talked to her. He told her he wanted to hear her voice.
Yeah, today we got him for the first time on tape.
Well, so then you know who it is.
Not yet.
No, but the lab is running a dupe of the tape to try to get a voice ID on him. But we also heard an ambulance siren on the tape. And we thought if we could trace the route of that ambulance, we'd be able to pinpoint the location of that call.
Okay, I see what you're driving at now. I'd have to call my supervisor. Can I use the phone?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, Gus. Gus, this is Joey. How you doing? Look, I'm over at the police station. Detective Ewing wants to know what ambulances were out today between 9:15 and 9:40. Yeah, I got one right here. Wait, hold on. Okay. All right, 423 Elm. So that means you had to go from 3rd to Jefferson and Jefferson to Water, right? Okay, and where else? Okay. What? All right, 7th and Lex. All right, that's right by the hospital then, huh? Okay, that's no problem. But that's it? All right, okay. Well, you guys were in luck. There are only 2 that went out, so that shouldn't be too hard to trace.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it'd be too hard.
Yeah, now we just need to pinpoint that other sound.
What other sound?
There was another sound on that tape that we can't identify.
Really? Can I hear it?
Well, I don't see why not.
What would I possibly have to gain by doing something like that? I mean, Jamie's left me for good. We're getting a divorce. And frankly, Marianne, I really don't care whether he spent one night with you or the entire 2 weeks.
Don't you? Aren't you and your new love, Sandy, feeling just a little bit guilty about what you did to Jamie? And wouldn't your guilt be just a little bit lighter if Sandy believed that Jamie left you for me, that he loved me all along?
Hasn't he?
You're the one he married, Cecile.
You didn't answer my question. Hasn't my husband loved you all along? Didn't he tell you that? Didn't he ask you to go to bed with him? And aren't you in love with him right this minute, Marianne?
Don't try to change the subject, Cecile. It won't work. Whom Jamie loves or does not love right now is none of your concern, and thank goodness for him. But if you think you can justify what you did, if you think you can use Rick's and my marriage to make you and Sandy feel better about what you've done, then, lady, you've got another think coming. I know you altered that calendar, and I know why you did it.
Prove it, then.
You know I can't, but I know you did it.
I'm sorry, Marianne. I mean, I know that it makes you feel better to think that I did, but I didn't. Never touched that calendar. You see, Liz found it, showed it to Pat, who showed it to Sandy, and he was just as shocked to see it as everyone else was.
Oh, Cecile, spare me the self-righteous act, please.
Have it any way you want, but that's the truth.
Oh, and how coincidental. How very convenient for you and Sandy to find some evidence to make what the two of you were doing more palatable.
You finished?
No, not quite. Just one final word of warning. I know how you operate, lady, and you better stay out of my life. And if you're really smart, you'll stay out of Jamie's life, too.
Oh, how darling of you to be so protective of your lover.
He's not my lover, but he is my friend, and I care very much what happens to him. And if you try to hurt him in any way, I'd just be careful if I were you.
Hi, Kit.
Hi, Flame. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for your brother. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. But I'd like to talk to you for a minute if I can.
Yeah, sure. What about?
Well, this is a dangerous subject, but I know that you and Rick have been seeing a lot of each other lately.
Actually, no, we haven't. Not a lot.
But you have been seeing him.
Oh, he's helping me with a problem.
The nightmares?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Blaine, Rick and Marianne are having some problems. And your being in the picture, as much as you are, isn't helping them.
I know that, Kit. Listen, I talked to Rick about it. I told him that he and Marianne have got to work out their marriage.
You said that?
Yes, I did.
And what are you doing here looking for him?
I just want to talk to him. I want to find out how they're doing.
Blaine, it's not a really good idea. If you're sincere about what you said. In fact, it's none of your business.
Kit, I care about Rick, and I just want to make sure he's all right.
Suit yourself. You might be down in the doctor's lounge.
Okay, thank you. I'll look for him there.
What about the electronics equipment? All set up, ready to go?
I am sure that it is.
The artwork is beautifully displayed. Is this all of it?
No, we're expecting more, and as soon as it arrives, it will be put in place.
I'm very impressed. Denver, you've done an outstanding job.
Thank you. But what's the latest word on Mr. Black's arrival?
I believe he's left Hawaii, but we have no ETA yet. He may be here at any moment. Well, we're ready for him, thank heavens. He's most anxious to see the Bay City complex.
I should think so. It's a miracle what's been done here in so short a time. I just hope he appreciates it.
Oh, he will. You can be sure of that. And because of all the things that you've done here, he's very much looking forward to seeing you.
Really?
I assure you.
Well, thank you. I'm very flattered.
Is there anything else I should see?
Yes, there is one more thing.
Ah, yes. The two-way mirror.
What's that for, anyway?
I really couldn't say, Denver. I'm sure Mr. Black has his reasons. Who's that?
Probably one of the workers.
Sandy Corey. I wonder what he's doing here.
Can you play it again?
Yeah, sure. Let's see one now.
Yeah, I know what it is.
You do what?
Pinball machines.
Pinball machine?
Yeah, there's lots of pinball machines around this place. I know that. I always go to places with kids. Do you have a map around or anything? What do you
Yeah, I got one. Coming right up. Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, by this, if you went from Jefferson here to Water, there's a bar right around there, and I've gone there a couple of times with Kit. We've played pinball there.
Well, my guess is that call came from Water Street at that bar.
Yeah, it's not far from the dockside.
Well, what are you going to do now?
Well, I'm going to go check it out.
Look, I got an idea. I've got a date with Ron tonight. Why don't I go down there and check it out, and I'll see what I can find out.
Could you do that? I'd appreciate it. Listen, I need to get back to the apartment. I don't want to leave Clarice alone any longer than I have to.
Well, I hope you find that creep. Clarice must be scared half to death.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about it right now.
We'll find him.
Yeah, because we're not going to quit until we do. All right. See you.
Kit, Linda said you were looking for me. I was late. I had an errand to run.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, but you better hurry on down to the doctor's lounge.
The doctor's lounge? What for?
Because Rick is there.
Kit, what's going on?
Blaine is what's going on. That's what.
You know him?
Yes, he's a photographer for the Ledger.
How do you know him?
He came here, over to the office and asked permission to enter the dockside.
You didn't give him permission, did you?
I arranged a tour for him, yes.
And what's he doing over here moving furniture?
Believe me, I don't know.
Well, should I have him fired?
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. That might not be the best solution.
Why not?
Well, there might be a better way of looking at the situation.
I'm listening.
Well, obviously, this isn't the first time this guy's tried to get inside, right, Quinn?
True.
If you fire him, the Ledger will probably only find another way of sneaking someone else inside.
Then we'll deal with him.
But then we'd have to find out who he was. And with all the new workers coming around, that would only be more and more difficult. I suggest, since we know who this guy is, we keep an eye on him and find out what he's about.
That makes sense, Denver. I think your analysis is right. We'll keep a very close eye on this young man.
There's a lot of strange types that haunt this place.
You been here before?
No, not this place. Hey, Jules, phone near the door when we came in?
No, I don't remember.
My guess is that's where the floor would be made from.
You're probably right.
Wonder if you'd hear the pinball machines over there.
Awfully loud. I
I
would
think
be
so, too.
surprised.
Look, you stay here. I'm gonna go check it out. Because that's one of the hardest games made.
That's the fun of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Only you've thrown a wrench in the works.
I'm sorry. How did I do that?
You're not going to be able to case this place anymore as a crime. You've drawn too much attention.
Oh, Jerry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great game player, but you're lousy undercover agent.
I'm sorry, really. I can't help it if I'm good at stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
I've just been so busy at Blackhawk lately, I haven't had a chance to talk to you, find out how you're doing. Thanks.
I'm fine.
Are you really? You don't look fine. Did something else happen?
Well, when Marianne came home, I was all set to try and make our marriage work.
Yeah, I know. You told me.
Well, I tried. It's just this whole stupid thing with Jamie's calendar. It's got her very hurt and angry. And she's got a point.
Yeah.
I should have trusted her more.
More than anybody else.
Yeah.
Is she still mad?
I can't blame her. I'd be mad if I was in her shoes. The thing is, there's nothing I can say or do to explain to her that the reason I thought that was from seeing these...
Well, Kit said I'd find you here, and she was right.
Marianne, I was just leaving to talk to your husband.
On a little assignment, were you?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what about it?
I want to know why you're involving my kid sister with stuff like that. Could be dangerous.
Come on, Ed, what's dangerous about going to a bar? It wasn't dangerous. I was with her the whole time, and then I took her home.
So you say.
Look, ask her if you don't believe me.
Don't think I won't. And I'm going to tell her a few things while I'm at it.
Such as?
Such as. I don't like to see her going around with you, for one thing.
Fine, tell her that.
Come on, Grove. Don't you think you're a little old for her?
She doesn't think so.
What does she know? She's only a kid.
Ed, whatever she is, she's bright. She'll make up her own mind.
Well, one thing she's not going to make up her own mind about is involving herself in police business, so that can stop right now. You got that?
I'm sorry that you're upset, but nothing happened. Look, I promise you I won't take her there again, all right? You feel better?
Not much.
What's your choice? And as long as we're on it, you might as well know something else. I care for your sister a lot, so why don't you give me a little bit of credit? I wouldn't want to see her hurt either.
Well, maybe you wouldn't mean to hurt her, but you could all the same.
Look, Ed, if you're still talking about today, forget it. Now, I've got enough judgment to know when a situation is dangerous. Will you trust me with that, at least?
Just you be careful with my sister. You got that?
Yeah, Ed. I've got that.
Hi, baby. Oh, that's the kind of welcome I like to get. Hey, what's the matter? Did something happen?
Marianne Holloway came over here today.
Yeah, what you want?
She made all kinds of horrible accusations.
Like what?
She said that I had a guilty conscience about you and me. And that I had somehow found Jamie's calendar. And she accused me of making that notation in it about where she was so that people would think that she and Jamie were together. She said that I did it so that you and I would feel better about what we had done to Jamie.
Sounds like she was pretty upset.
Upset? She was like a mad woman. I mean, she was ranting and raving. I was afraid she was going to lunge at me. I mean, I can't help it if her feelings for Jamie are causing her this much trouble.
Listen, just try and forget about it, okay? Sit down.
Sandy, I can't forget about it. I mean, I'm trying to, but I can't. I'm afraid that she's going to try to do something to hurt us. You and me, the wonderful, special thing that we have. I'm afraid that you're going to believe her and not me, and that you won't love me anymore.
Baby, that's not going to happen. Now, nothing could change the way I feel about you.
I mean, you couldn't believe that I would do anything like what she said. I mean, why would I do that, right? I mean, what would I have to gain by doing something like that?
Not a thing. And like you said, he'd already left.
Right. And then that's what I told her, and that's why I'm so upset by what she said.
Well, to tell you the truth, this whole mess is probably my fault.
Your fault? How can you say that?
Easy. I was far too quick to jump to conclusions about that notation in Jamie's diary. I just took it to mean that he was in Detroit with Marianne. I guess I wanted some reason to feel better about what had happened between...
Between us?
Yeah.
Sandy, it's not your fault. I mean, anybody would have thought the same thing. Sandy, you're not having second thoughts about us, are you?
No, not about the way I feel about you, no. I think I've loved you almost from the first moment we met. I was too afraid to admit it to myself because you were Jamie's wife.
And I love you. And I want you to believe. I mean, it's really important to me that you believe that I would never have hurt Jamie and Marianne like that. Never.
Baby, I told you, of course I don't believe that. I just have to deal with guilt about Jamie as well as I can, but it will in no way lessen how I feel about you.
I hope not.
Well, it won't. I love you. And you don't have to be anything or do anything different to make me love you. Now, you believe that, don't you?
I want to, Sandy. I really want to badly.
Well, then believe.
Blaine was just expressing her sorrow that you and I can't seem to resolve our marital problems.
Oh, tell me something I'll believe. Something I can believe, why don't you? That lady is after you. Why can't you see that?
You know, if I thought that you were in love with me instead of Jamie, I might think that you were jealous.
Why do you think I'm still standing here listening to all this nonsense?
Well, why don't you say it?
I love you, you idiot. But it doesn't solve anything. What good is love without trust? Obviously, every time my back is turned, Blaine moves in on you, or you don't trust me.
I do. I've told you that. I'm sorry, but you're one hell of an unreasonable lady.
I'm unreasonable. Oh, listen to who's talking. What reasonable person who really knew me would accuse his wife of a few months of being out of town with another man? Now tell me, is that reasonable?
How do you expect me to act? I love you. I was hurt.
Oh, sure. And because you believed a lie, you turned right around to Blaine.
All right. I saw Blaine a couple of times on a personal level, and we talked. But we talked about Dad, for one thing, which is something I needed to talk about, and you weren't here.
Well, that's progress. At least you're admitting that it's more than a professional relationship. Tell me, where do these little confidences take place? At the hospital? Here at the doctor's lounge?
Well, we met here once, yes.
Where else?
She came over to the apartment one night.
She came to our apartment.
No.
Rick, how could you do that?
No, you're still not understanding this. She came over to help me unpack. She thought it would be nice for you, when you got home, that everything was done.
And you really buy that?
Yes. What do you mean by that?
You really believe that Blaine Ewing's first concern is my happiness?
Yes.
My well-being?
Yes, I do. She wants us to be very happy. I know that.
Rick, if you believe that, you are really blind. Really blind.
Okay. Maybe I am blind. And maybe I've been blind about a lot of things for a long time.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, you just say that I'm blind, concerning things about Blaine.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why you can't see what that lady is up to is just beyond me. And all in the name of saving our marriage. How can you even begin to buy that?
Yeah, well, you have a very suspicious mind about this whole
I have a suspicious mind. Oh, look who's talking. What do you think you've been doing to me all these months? You have never stopped being suspicious that Jamie and I were carrying on.
Have you been?
Have I what?
Have you been carrying on with Jamie?
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.